Hello viewers, welcome to a lecture series on marketing management, and in this series we have been discussing about the retailing. So this is going to be part 4 of our lectures on the topic of retailing. And in the previous lecture of mine, I told you about the different types of store and non-store retailers, and we also had a small discussion on the story of Guilt, where that company, the way it actually positioned itself as a flash sales website. So what happened to the strategy? The strategy was actually a kind of experiment which was being resorted to by the company, and when company went for its own aggressive expansion strategy, it included men's clothes, kids products, home products, travel packages and food. It actually expanded aggressively. And what happened? The company responded by focusing more on its core strength. And what was the core strength? That is the key strength. It was the women's fashion. So this company was known for offering the fashionable products, the fashion items to the females. So developing tighter relationship with customers via personalized emails to announce its sales and all. It was actually a key strategy of the company, and because of that it was actually a super hit, I would say. So this was an experiment which was done by a company amid that meltdown where the market was not having huge demand. But yes, by creating a kind of urgency or immediacy, the company could occupy the better market share. Even amid that particular financial crisis, when the market was not having that pace, it was not having that much of demand which the company was expecting. And but even during that time it could get a good amount of market share. Now we will talk about the modern retail marketing environment, that how it has changed, what kind of changes the retailers are actually witnessing in today's time. So the retail marketing environment is dramatically different today from what it was just a decade or so. So 10 years back, what was there for retailers, it is now not that easy. The entire environment has actually changed. So what kind of changes are there? That is something which we must know when we talk about the retailing strategy or the retailers. We must understand that what has actually changed. So in the retail marketing environment, there are two areas that have seen enormous change. The first one is the competitive retail market structure, and the second one is the role of technology. So two things are very crucial here. The first is the competitive retail market structure, wherein the market has become very competitive. So even beyond cutthroat competition, if some other word you can use, that word would actually be the most appropriate one, because market has become very competitive. The prices have gone very competitive. So if you are actually offering a product to your customer, and customer is actually aware that at what price it is available online. So when you are actually operating as a store retailer, wherein you are providing the products and services to the customers, they do have knowledge of the products which are available online. So they are showing you the price of the product which is there online. I have given you only one example, that is of price. The same is the case of quality. So now we have to realize, we have to believe that customers are information rich, and of course time poor they are, but they have technology to their side, wherein the role of technology is very much significant, because with the help of technology they can have a comparative sheet of the prices, the comparative prices which are available in the market. So it is quite easy for a customer to have a complete set of information about the different prices being charged by different stores. For instance, if you talk about the travel booking, you have to simply go for booking a hotel, and there is a website called Trivago where you can compare. You can compare that the same hotel is the same hotel, the same facility is being provided by different platforms at different prices. So everybody is aware that yes, there is a platform where I can go and find the comparative prices. If you talk about policybazaar.com, you can simply log on to that website and you can find the prices being charged by different insurance companies for the same service which you are willing to avail. So the role of technology have actually eliminated that negativity of time poor customers. customers are information rich because of technology, they have complete information. So, even by devoting a very nominal quantum of their time, they can have they can have access to the complete information, rather I would say the competitive information what is there in the market. So, the retail market is actually very dynamic nowadays, and a number of new types of competitors and competition, it has actually emerged in recent years. So, if we have to understand the competitiveness or the extent of competitiveness of retail market structure, my dear learners, we should think of different new trends. We should try to understand what are the different new emerging trends. So, the first one is the new retail forms and combinations. When I was telling you about the different formats of retailers, I actually gave you an indication. I tried to provide you a hint that these formats, whatever I have discussed, they are not the exclusive or exhaustive one. There are number of new retail formats which are being added every day. So, every day you are finding some combination, some newness into those retail formats. And what is the purpose? The only purpose of having these new retail forms and combinations is to ensure that my customers are satisfied. To better satisfy customers' needs for convenience, a variety of new retail forms have actually emerged nowadays, and every now and then you find some addition to these retail formats. So, this is the first very trend which is there in the market. If you ask me about the examples of it, I would say bookstore, featuring coffee shops, gas stations include food stores. If you are going to a petrol pump, they are having a 24/7 store. So, by the time you are having your fuel, you can have entry into those 24/7 shops, and you can buy some snacks, you can buy some chocolates, or whatever products are available, you can have a look at that and you can buy. So, this combination is actually emerging. I gave you an example of pharmacies having some additional beauty care items, beauty care products, or for kids they have certain toys and all. So, they are actually a combination of the format wherein you are combining two different retail formats into one. So, supermarkets nowadays, they have fitness clubs. Shopping malls and bus and train stations, they have peddlers carts in their as well. So, in those areas you have peddlers carts which are available. You can buy an ice cream in that area, in the open area, when you are entering into a particular shop, into a particular mall. So, retailers even nowadays, they are also experimenting with what you call as pop-up stores, point of purchase stores, pop-up stores, and it has actually, it is letting them promote brands to seasonal shoppers for a few weeks in busy areas. So, you can have those seasonals products available on those carts. So, for instance, if you talk about festive seasons, they are actually in Holi they are offering colors, in Diwali they are offering diyas, at the gate of or in the open area, opposite to that particular mall or to the particular store. So, pop-up stores, they are known as pop-up stores. Pop-up stores are designed to create buzz, even though even through interactive experiences they are offering. So, via interactive experiences they are actually creating a buzz that yes, this product is also available there. Online companies, if you talk about their trend, for instance Amazon and Google, they are actually using pop-up stores as an easy way to establish a physical presence during holiday shopping seasons, because they do not have their formal shops available, but yes, in order to create to establish a physical presence during holiday shopping seasons, they do exercise such kind of practices. So, this is the first very trend wherein the market has become very competitive, because these retailers, they are coming in different forms, in different combinations. So, gone are the days when we used to have that kind of watertight compartmentalization, wherein if you are actually working or acting as a supermarket, you would only act as a supermarket. If you are a pharmacist, you will only deal into medicines. But now it is not so. We are having multiple combinations present in front of us, because we want the customers to, we want to catch the customers wherever we can. So, this is the recent trend which is there in the market, and we all are witnessing to that. and marketers are actually experimenting, and that is why every now and then we are having another format. The second very important trend is the growth of giant retailers. This is somehow very threatening to the small retailers, because in a country like India we always think of small retailers. So, there is a threat to them, because these giant retailers, they are there to eliminate those small retailers because of their size, because of their discounts and offers, which is matchless, because no small retailer can offer you that discount what these giant retailers are able to. So, by the way of their superior information systems, or what you call as logical systems and buying power, these giant retailers, for instance, I would take the name of Walmart. They are able to deliver goods or services and immense volume of products to masses of consumers at appealing prices. So, the price is matchless, and the size at which they are working, they are actually having the economies, the returns to scale in real manner, in real sense. They have superior information system, they have logistical systems, they have strong logistics available with them, and of course, they have huge capital to which is adding to their buying power. And these retailers, when we club these these features of theirs together, we find the emergence of big retailers, giant retailers like Walmart, who are actually offering the products and services at what you can say is that you can't even imagine at the price at which they are going to offer. So, the price becomes matchless, and in case of Indian scenario where majority of the customer is price sensitive, this I am not saying, most of the researchers are concluding like this, that the price is the sole motivator for majority of the customers. And that is why when we talk about C.K. Prahlad, who had a book on fortune at the bottom of pyramid. So, at the bottom of the pyramid, the people who are there, they believe into the pricing, they are very much price sensitive because of their low purchasing power. So, these giant retailers, they are actually crowding out smaller manufacturers that cannot deliver enough quantity and often dictate to the most powerful ones. So, this is the very nature of the giant retailers, and it is very much in the practice. I gave you only one example. There are number of examples, number of such companies which have emerged as giant retailers. So, what to make, how to price, how to promote it, when and how to ship, and even how to improve production and management. Without these accounts, manufacturers would actually lose 10 to 30% of the market. So, this is the reason. This is the reason why these giant retailers, they are flourishing. The reason is very simple, because they have certain things on their side, and because of that, even manufacturer would feel better to sell the products to one retailer, who is in turn going to sell those products to the customers or to the end users. So, this is another trend, growth of giant retailers, although there is some negative aspect of it for a country like India, where the small shopkeepers, they may get affected, but yes, eventually the customers are having the benefit of those discounts and offers. There is a lot of debate going on into that, whether these malls have some impact, negative impact on small shopkeepers or not. That I would discuss with you when we will have a discussion on FDI in detail. So, on while discussing that segment, I would tell you about this aspect also. Now, the next trend, which is very much trending, that is called growth of inter-type competition. Inter-type competition means you are actually competing with the similar type of business format. So, the consequence of the growth of the super centers is that departmental stores can't worry just about other departmental stores. So, discount chains, if you take name of Walmart and Tesco, they are expanding into product area. For instance, they are entering into clothing, they are entering into health and beauty care products, they are entering into white goods, what you call as electronic appliances. So, if you look at the inter-type competition, earlier what we had, earlier the competition was actually limited to the similar type of business formats, like supermarket is competing with another supermarket. But nowadays what is happening, they are actually crossing the boundaries, and we have inter-type competition, like the Walmart is no more confined to only the food items or only the fast moving consumer goods. They are entering into clothing also, they are entering into health and beauty care products also. So, this inter-type competitions, they are actually adding to the worries of the supermarkets, because these super centers, they are actually causing a challenge to these supermarkets. They have to worry about these super centers. So, the reality is that the different types of store can all compete for the same consumers by doing what? By carrying the same type of merchandise. So, you can actually compete for the same consumers by simply doing one thing, that you have to carry the same type of merchandise, so that there is no differentiation in terms of products. So, in case of branded products, it is very much possible. Another trend is emergence of fast retailing. This word fast is very significant here. Now customers, they want everything in fraction of seconds. So, important trend in fashion retailing is in particular, but with the broader implications, it is the emergence of fast retailing. Some people think that fast retailing means we are talking about reducing delivery time. That is another segment, that is another story, another trending thing into the purchase of fast moving consumer goods. But here what is happening in fast retailing, retailers, they are developing completely different kind of supply chain, and their distribution system is planned and designed in such a way that they are allowing them to offer consumers constantly changing product choices. Imagine that we are offering customers constantly changing product choices. The choices are changing constantly, consistently. So, this fast retailing, what it requires? It requires thoughtful decision in a number of areas. For instance, we have to have thoughtful, we have to have a well thought decisions in the area of new product development. We have to have a very planned decision in terms of sourcing, manufacturing, inventory management and selling practices. So, everything need to be put on toes, because you are talking about the fast retailing, you are talking about offering new choices. So, consumers have actually been attracted to fast fashion retailers. If you take, if you want me to take some names, I would take the name of H&M, Zara, Uniqlo, Topshop and Forever 21. These retailers, they have positioned themselves as fast retailers. So, they are actually popular because of the novelty, the value and fashion sense of their offerings, and they have actually made them, this feature have actually made them successful. They are always in huge demand because of this very feature, because they are regarded as, they position themselves as fast retailers. They want themselves to be called as fast retailers. So, critiques, although there are certain critiques to this very format, they say that this ban fast fashion for its planned obsolescence and the resulting disposability and waste, that it is adding to lot of disposability and waste, and there is planned obsolescence, that by the time you change it gets obsolete. So, for them it is a challenge, of course it is a challenge, that is why they are keeping the entire system, the logistics, the sourcing, the merchandise planning at their toes, because they want themselves to be regarded as the fast retailers. But amid all these trends, there is another trend called decline of middle market retailers. Market has become so competitive that we are witnessing decline of middle market retailers. We can characterize the retail market today as hourglass or the dog bone shaped. If you ask me to draw a diagram for the retail market, characterizing it, I would say it is like an hourglass, or it is like a dog bone. If you give it a shape, it is like a dog bone. So, growth seems to be centered at the top. If you look at the growth is actually resting at the top. If you want me to give an example, I would say we have certain luxury offerings from retailers, for instance Tiffany or Neiman Marcus, and at the bottom if you look, you would find the discount pricing from the retailers, for instance Walmart or Dollar General. So, they are actually offering huge discount. So, if you look at the continuum, you would find that at the center, at the top you are finding the luxury offerings, and at the end you are at the bottom you are finding discount pricing from retailers. And since discount retailers improve their quality and image, consumers have been willing to trade down. They want that, since they are also improving, so customers are actually taking benefit of that. But if you look at the other end of the spectrum, you are finding certain brands like Coach. Coach is a very popular brand in bags. So they converted 40 of its nearly 300 stores to a more upscale format that offers higher priced bags and concert services. So this is another strategy by these companies, that you would find that at the other end of the spectrum, you are finding that these companies, they are converting 40 of its nearly 300 stores to a more upscale format. So they are upscaling. But yes, we have to understand that opportunities are scarcer in the middle, where once successful retailers, for instance Jack Penny, Coles, Sears and many other names are there, they have actually struggled or even gone out of the business. So if you are doing all these experiments, there is no guarantee that every time you will be successful. We have witnessed that number of top retailers, by doing this kind of experiment, they have actually gone out of the market, gone out of the business, rather I would say. So my dear learners, we have to understand that here comes the role of technology. While developing these formats, we have to understand that technology is profoundly affecting the way retailers are supposed to perform, the way retailers are supposed to behave. So they conduct virtually every facet of their business. So it is affecting almost all of them. Nowadays they are using technology to produce forecast, control inventory cost, and mind me here, my dear learners, for every activity of retailers, or not only retailers, of all marketers, they are making good use of technology. So whether you have to order from suppliers, or you have to reduce the need to discount and run sales to clear out the languishing products, for everything you are using technology. We are using technology. And while doing so, there is a new term called the growth of shopper marketing. We are calling it to be the growth of shopper marketing. So if we look at the research, which suggests that as many as 70 to 80% of purchase decisions are made inside the store. Imagine that as a customer, I am entering into a store to buy one product, but the moment I enter into the store, after or roaming around, I took decision of buying 10 products or 12 products. This is actually the genesis of shopper marketing. So the research actually approves that as many as 70 to 80% of purchase decisions, they are made inside stores. Customers could not make up their mind while entering into the stores. Before entering into the store, they had no idea that what they are going to buy. So nowadays retailers are encashing that. They are increasingly recognizing the importance of influencing customers at the point of purchase. It is better that you influence them at the point of purchase and tell them about the kind of product you are offering, the type of services you have. So shopper marketing is actually the way manufacturers and retailers are using stocking, displays and promotions, and all this is done to affect consumers actively shopping for a product. So their entire store management, their entire assortment planning is done in such a way that the customers are, once they have entered into the store, they are bound to buy certain products, they are bound to buy the variety of the products which they never intended to buy while entering into the store. So where and how a product is displayed and sold, it can have a significant effect on sales. There are different researches in this segment which have actually approved the same. There is a strong proponent of shopper marketing is the leading fast moving consumer goods company called P&G, Procter and Gamble. It actually calls the store and counter the first moment of truth. It has actually used this term, the first moment of truth, which means the product use and consumption are the second. They are saying that the use of the product and consumptions, they come at the secondary level. What matters is the point of purchase, and they call it to be first moment of truth. What P&G did, there is a small story behind that. P&G actually observed the power of displays in a Walmart project which was designed to boost sales of premium diapers, for instance Pampers. So what this company did, by creating the first baby center in which infant products, specifically focusing to that segment, the infant products, which were previously, earlier what they were doing, they were spreading those products across the store, but they consolidated them and they provided a proper segment, a proper corner for that, a proper center for that, in which all infant products collectively they were kept at one place. They were united in a single aisle. And the new shelf layout actually encouraged parents to linger longer and spend more money increasing the sale of Pampers. So, this was an experiment. What they did, they actually consolidated all the related items, the infant products at one place, and what was the result? The outcome was that the customers who were there to buy those products, they spend more time in that particular center, in that particular area. So, rather than offering products in an unorganized manner, they actually organized it, and the outcome was in the favor of the company, that is, it increased the sales of the Pampers. So, another successful promotion, this one for P&G's CoverGirl cosmetic brand. So, it actually experimented the same for another product, P&G's Procter & Gamble's Cover Girl Cosmetics brand. It tapped into a fashion trend for smoky eyes look by developing kits for Walmart and connecting with potential customers on Facebook, on social media with instructions, blogs and a photo gallery, and it was all a super hit. So, retailers are also using technology nowadays to influence customers the moment they are buying the product. So, some supermarkets, they are employing mobile phone apps, for instance smart shopping carts they are actually having which help customers locate items in the store. Even in the store you can locate with those apps that where this product is available, in how many quantities it is available. Earlier the interface which was with the shopkeepers only, which was with the sales people only, now it is being provided to the customers also. So, my dear learners, the retailing is as dynamic as we are finding the world today. So, the world of retail has actually changed drastically and dramatically, and in this marketers are having the huge benefit of technology to their side, and they are also making their efforts to make customers feel satisfied and delighted. So, with this I am concluding this very topic of mine. Thank you so much.